Anytime he has a nightmare, you just know it's the bad ending.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song.
Well, Iggy's a bully. He's a bully turned friend, kind of. When I reset the story, though, he's gonna be a bully again.
A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
Still? The doppelganger from his dreams? So do the dreams that he's having not reset with the stories?
Look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you.
That's why when the file said enough is enough, he had that reaction.
Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Sharper? Oh, who's Sharper? Oh my god, who's Sharper? Who? Sharper. That is not the dog, because the dog is a Valentine. Is Sharper the newspaper guy?
Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed
They lying to them kids, like them kids don't understand English.
His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening.
And he died.
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off of me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarf-necked, furball. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. I hate those type of characters. This freaking Bugs Bunny knockoff. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
And Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
He's a hoe.
Cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel Great Gate in Leaping Wood, and teleported to some alternate universe. This is all type of cruel experience by Kerr and his goons, but this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, this reality is far less fanciful. When I'm in the Twilight Zone, bro, honestly, just give it to us straight, man. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. I knew they built a new Beacon Pines over the old one. A remarkable achievement, engineering to be fair. That's why there's deep engineering. That's why it's super sciencey, and that's why they took everyone out of the town to quote unquote scrub it clean. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. So you know what's so funny about this book? Even though a lot of the endings end bad, all the information within them is factual. That's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which cannot would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention detail. As for the innumerable trivia, bro, I'm not reading that. You can't be using big words, and y'all can't be using big words, and I'm trying to do an accent at the same time. It's not gonna work. Well, you could call that miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion. The brain is a wonderful way of soothing out rough edge. Oh my! I can't even read now. I can't even read now because this freaking Bugs Bunny rat keeps making me stutter. Now I can't even read. The brain has a wonderful way of soothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Why isn't the narrator reading? Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying the sun made an entirely new town and moved us out, and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that I can never answer. The best one could do is uncover.
His eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why, indeed.
He began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
Down at his feet, his eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Wheatwood.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
His house would have been there.
Dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard.
Whoops.
A whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Oh, a headstone. You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. I ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me a slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
That's William Kerr, isn't it? We gotta hide. $259 Calvin. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved the whole town of people. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone's family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
Down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. We took the job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. What if the two guys in that hazmat suit is the older Luca and Rolo? Wouldn't that be crazy? These dinguses out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
He gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Ouch. Hey! Who's any of this helping? What's up, this lady-ish? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Who are you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? Some jerks come at you acting like a horse's ass. I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pull off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about the source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever the source is, it must be awfully valuable to perennial forest harvest. What if the source is his mother? If the source is his mother, I'm cutting this game off. Sure, it'd be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? I'm good. What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. It makes sense, but here's the thing, right, that gets me. So, last time, all the twists in this game keep throwing me off. Like, usually I could predict stuff like this, but it keeps throwing me off because first Mr. Nuncree turned out to be a villain, right? And then when I thought the person talking to the heiress Valentine was a newspaper dude, it happened to be his grandma. There's so many things happening. Let's do this. It can get awfully cold in these woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I look like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Ah, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. I'm not gonna lie. I love William Kerr, the hyena. He is so funny. Wait a minute. If this is original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into some possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under the tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. And he caused the chicken coop disaster.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
He stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scared. He caused the flaming chicken coop. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as incendiary redecoration. And that's where you would get the word incendiary if you didn't get it on the other path. Sorry, but you should have seen the look on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. And so I buried them under the tree. When I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's way over his head. A hero that just refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotten children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. Oh, I was always partial to Atomic Hank myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. My thing is, before I continue, what was I gonna say? It's so funny because Beck mentioned that I'm on the fence about Luca's grandma and if that's even his grandma, because they mentioned that things started becoming weird when she came to the town. Right? I feel like that plays a role in something. Like, that plays a big role. And whether she's good or bad.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa. I can see why they wanted us to move out of town. Why would they dig up a giant hole? I think that's it. Because that's what... So, in the ending that I just did earlier, where his grandma blows up the fountain, because that's what a fountain is. She blows up the fake fountain, right? And all this ice from the town under is what froze over everyone. Oh my god. This is the source? So what happens if you blow it up from under the town? How we smash the hole? Uh-oh. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Grr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all this? Why do I feel like Kerr isn't the one who did this to this town? Excuse me. I don't know. I feel like Kerr isn't the one who did this to this town. Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. Right, there's somebody above him. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us. You are a smart boy. Whose last name is Sharp?
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness. Others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is, we all play our part in life. Mine just happens to be the lead role in a role of Lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call? We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. And now, boys, 'tis no need for the melodrama. It makes even a professional like myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
It's the clipboards! Scene change! Ah! There, that's better. Deal with them.
He turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. But, that's as far as you go.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here. Oh, he got sweat on his brow.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
Nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh. Oh, look at Mr. Kerr's face. He's like this idiot. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold and wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hang on tight. And you hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't matter if you get difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will haul us up and snag us both. The only way to get out of here is if Kerr is out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis Young.
a wild look in his eye. Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Mr. Kerr is definitely from the South. Like, just looking, he has to be Southern. He has to be. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His face began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No, can't do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't gonna kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. Makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Don't make me choose! Should I accept it or refuse it? Oh no, I didn't know this was 2 endings. I thought this was 1. Iggy, no!
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request.
Vega, get away from me.
His grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror. and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. This was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing. Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. Iggy! No!
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh, because he had the thing on his back. Iggy! Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Well, look at this guy. Luca, you really should stay back. What? Quickly. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks to Iggy might be just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved the town. For a little while, anyway. How? Temporous liquid mind is a peculiar substance. It could change the relationship of matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk that makes things cold in the fireworks made the hole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think of what happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Oh, she said we have some idea of what that looks like from the other ending we got. So the narrator is starting to break, I don't want to say break character, but she's starting to bring up past things, which she wasn't doing before. If you know all this, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my own way. Each one of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine was to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn. You're going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm?
To charm. To...
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.